What it dookie hole, Jericho Green. I'm back, y'all. Now pull down your mind's pants and give me that ear hole. Now let's talk about Obama's bullshit ass speech he gave at the University of Illinois yesterday. And believe me, y'all, his SJW costume was on tight. He was teeing up all their talking points and knocking them right out of the park. And that crowd was eating out of his hand like he was sitting on a park bench with birdseed in his hand. But, to be expected. He touched on the gender pay gap, which again is bullshit. Take 12 seconds to Google, and that shit will evaporate. If you own a business, why would you pay somebody $1 when you can pay them 78 cents and pocket the 22? Economics 101, man. That's a bunch of bullshit. But they have to continue the division between us so we can be conquered and controlled. Charlottesville. We have a long way to go in this country when white nationalists can march down the street without their hood on in the middle of the day. It's called a permit, man. This ain't the first time. If you have a permit, you can march and say whatever the fuck you want within the parameters of that permit. You want to talk about some crazy ass marches? Why don't you Google something about your home state, Illinois? Skokie, Illinois. Check that shit out. This type of shit did not start happening in 2016. And of course, the big one, Russian collusion. He said that we're in bed with Russia, with the former head of the KGB. Really? The administration's in bed with Russia. Well, then what the hell do you call that 20% of our uranium that Clinton sold to him? That's more than being in bed. That's being in bed and fucking. But anyway, climate change. He talked about how we're the only country to pull out of the Paris Accord. We're the only country. Not Russia. Not North Korea, Iran, or Saudi Arabia. There's a lot of countries in the world. Yeah, no shit, Barry. He pulled us out of that bullshit because we were getting fucked by the rest of the world. See, your idea of foreign policy was to go to Costco, get a tub of Vaseline, pull your pants down and tell the world leaders to form a line to the left. That was your idea of it. You didn't have a problem having us financially raked over the coals by the rest of the world because you're a sucker and you're a punk. You let that shit happen. Trump's not letting it happen. What's wrong with that? Voter ID, inequality. Trying to make it hard for minorities, young and the old, to vote. How do they make it hard? I've voted before. You go down to the voting poll, you show them your ID, they find your name on the list, you go and vote, you get your little sticker with the American flag on it that says, I voted, and you go on about your business. How is that keeping poor and young people and minorities from voting? Can they not get driver's licenses? Can they not get IDs? If you go to a polling place and they turn you away, next time make sure you have all your shit in order before you come back. Like I said before, an ID or a driver's license. You can't get that? Inequality. Now, is there inequality of outcome? Yeah, we're not all going to finish in the same place. But we have equality of opportunity. That's what is important. Of opportunity. The middle class. He says the GOP is attacking the middle class. Is that why the middle class shrunk more than ever under your administration? Barry. The financial crisis, the housing market collapse. That wasn't the Republicans' fault. You got to talk to your boy Bill Clinton. Giving all these fucking loans out to people who they knew couldn't pay them back. Because they needed more colored people to own houses. Now what? If you can't afford that shit and you don't deserve it, you can't afford it and you don't deserve it. The fuck? Racism. That's still a big problem in America. Racism. No, it's not. Racism is not a major issue in America. Are there racist people? Yeah, there's 325 million of us. There's going to be some dum-dums. But as a whole, we are not a racist country. Racism is not a major problem in America in 2018. It has not been for a while. Benghazi, he said that wasn't true. That was a lie. That was a rumor. Really? Fast and the Furious. That didn't happen? You fuckers didn't sell a bunch of weapons to the cartels in Mexico and not keep track of them? And one of them was using the murder of a Border Patrol agent? That didn't happen? Okay. He's saying that the Republican Party rejects science. You mean this bullshit-ass climate change shit you're trying to push on us? Is the climate changing? Yeah, has been for a long time. But we only kept records on the climate for 150 years. That's a drop in the fucking bucket compared to how long the Earth's been around. There were hotter temperatures recorded during the Industrial Revolution. Man, come on. People, Google. These are all fucking lies, but everybody in that audience, I'm assuming by what he was saying, is mostly young, and they don't know shit. You don't learn shit till you get out in the world. You get a little grizzled. You get a little pessimistic. The world kind of kicks the shit out of you and takes a little shine off. Then you know some shit. You're sitting there 20, 21. You couldn't fill a thimble with what you know. But according to him, the Republicans are the bad ones. The left is right. The right is wrong. Well, what about your crown jewel, Barry? The crown jewel of Chicago. More like the crown stool. And I don't mean the one you sit on. He was talking about how the Democrats started the Civil Rights Act and the war on poverty. Well, you know what the war on poverty got us? More than 70% single-parent homes in the black community. More than 50% in the Mexican or Hispanic community. That's what it got us. It got our families shattered and our communities fucked up. Thanks for that, demo rats. You know what it is? They're just spitting the same talking points out. They're running on a racist administration. The country's racist. The president is wild and unpredictable. And we're all going to burn in hell if we don't burn from a nuclear attack from one of these countries that he's pissing off with his wild rhetoric. Fuck those countries. You know what's going to happen. You know damn good well what's going to happen if somebody drops a nuke on America. Their whole country's going to be fucked over and out. Please do some research, people. It's so simple to shoot down these bullshit-ass liberal talking points. Obama, I thought we were finished, man. I thought we broke up. I thought you got your toothbrush out of our bathroom. We got our shoes off the shoe rack by the front door, and we're finished. Don't make us get a restraining order. Sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. Go hang out with Michelle, and she can show you how to post somebody up and do an alley-oop. Now, you know how I do, people. I try to be done with the left. They won't let me. Every time you try to get out, they pull me back in. I'm Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.